Hey, it's Coach Manny from Body Strong Greystanes, and in today's video, we're going to be covering how to fix lower back tightness and pain. Now, if you're someone that sits at a desk all day, or you generally experience a lot of tightness in your lower back and occasional back pain, I'm talking about specifically muscle tightness causing the pain, not disc pain or nerve pain. I have a few exercises that are going to help alleviate this. So exercise number one is the lying hip extension. Now we're going to place both feet on the floor, keep our knees bent about 90 degrees, and we're going to raise our hips off the floor. We're going to tilt our pelvis posteriorly, so we're going to tuck our butt under, and we're going to engage our glutes, okay? So this is a great exercise for strengthening your glutes, especially if you're sitting all day, your glutes are in a stretch position, and this means they get into a weaker position. So the weaker your glutes get, the tighter your hip flexors will get. Exercise number two is the lying single leg hip extensions. Now this is a progression off the basic hip extension because we have one leg elevated. So now we're going to be focusing and isolating one side of our glute, so our right glute. We're also engaging a little bit of hamstring as well. So it's a very similar technique, raising our hips up, trying to keep our hips square to the floor. Hold that position at the top for a couple seconds and then lower it back down. Try not to let your butt touch the ground. Exercise number three is what we call the bird dog. I have no idea why it's called a bird dog, but it is a great exercise and it's going to help not only strengthen our glutes, it's going to strengthen your back, your shoulders, your posterior chain, so the muscles that run up and down the back of your spine. It's a really great postural strengthening exercise. So the main thing is you start in that tabletop position. You've got a 4-point kneeling position on the floor. So hands are on the floor, under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, about hip width apart. Now you can extend your right arm forward and your left leg back. So you're trying to stretch your arm and leg away from your body. That's how you have to picture it as you're raising your arm and your leg up. But as you hold that contraction at the top of the movement, just hold it there for a second or two and then bring it back down. Focus on one side first, then switch to the other side. Now we're on to exercise 4 and 5 because we're going to perform these together. So this is the side plank and the regular plank. Now these are great core strengthening exercises, okay? So it's going to target your whole torso, okay? And this is a great way to strengthen the muscles that help stabilize your spine. So we're going to first start in the side plank position. It's important to keep your elbow tucked directly under your shoulder and keep your feet stacked on top of each other. If you're finding it too hard to keep your hips off the floor, then you can put your knees on the ground. So you can start at level 1, which is your knees on the floor, okay? It's important to keep the hips up, keep your abs engaged and hold that position. Now, when it's time to transition, I like to keep my hips off the floor. So if you are on your feet, try to rotate into the regular plank position. Hold that, keep your elbows directly under your shoulders, back nice and straight. So you should be able to balance a few beer glasses on each corner of your back. And then we want to rotate, once we're done, rotate to the other side and hold that side plank position for the other side. Now that we've completed those 5 exercises, we want to move on to a couple of quick stretches that you can perform. The first one is the pigeon stretch. So again, I don't know where they come up with these names, but they work, so that's the main thing. So we're going to start with our right leg in front. We're going to cross our front leg and extend our back leg, okay? So what you will feel is a nice stretch around your glutes, okay? So if you do have a tight lower back, if your glutes are tight, then it will help stretch and alleviate a little bit of tension there in your lower back, okay? So hold that position on each side, roughly 30 seconds on each side. If you need to hold it longer. It's really depending on how much you need it. Then we move on to the last stretch, which is our hip flexor stretch. We want to start with our left foot forward. So we've got our left foot posted forward, our right leg stretched back behind us. We want to posteriorly tilt pelvis, so we want to tuck our butt under, so that gives us an extra stretch on our hip flexors. If we've got our left foot forward, we're going to put our left hand on our hip and we're going to reach over with our right arm and just push our hip out to the right. It's just going to give us that added stretch. So it's going to help not only stretch our hip flexors, but also our QL. Now this is a great hip flexor stretch to just complement everything that we've done before that. In summary, all these exercises that I showed you are designed to strengthen your glutes, strengthen your posterior chain muscles, strengthen your core muscles, alleviate the tightness in your hip flexors. So all in all, it's going to help alleviate your lower back pain and get you feeling nice and limber. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and of course, if you want to get started on your own health and fitness journey and join Team Body Strong, click on the link in the description below. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.